welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RGL Season 12 Invite Qualifiers. This is Pearson Specter versus Catgirl Cafe. RGL Invite is the highest division in the Sixes League. These teams really want to get in, and only one of them can. I believe Catgirl Cafe has to win both of these matches
No, just one.
Just one to qualify. So this is going to be really exciting. All of these maps matter. Giblert, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are my thoughts? I mean, as you said, to do a quick recap of the invite qualifiers, we had 5 enter this week for long week of matches. We had Catgirl Cafe, who we have here today, Pearson MyLab, Spectrum, whatever the name is, formerly known as Believably Brilliant, the Goblin Zone, Anglerfish, and Rome entering Rome after that last match. If you watched it, punched their ticket to invite for sure. We'll be playing an invite this season for sure. Anglerfish and Goblin Zone now officially eliminated. Now it's just up to these two teams who makes it. So as Delta foreshadowed earlier, Catgirl Cafe, if they win one map, they're in, and Sandblast is eliminated. On the other hand, if what's her name? Pearson Specter wins both maps, then on the other hand, Catgirl Cafe is eliminated. So. Kind of extra stress for Pearson Specter because just the fact that they know they have to win both maps here. They have to win the other team's map pick. They don't just have to go 1-1. So that's definitely a big factor in play here. So very clutch for Catgirl Cafe to go down 3-1 that last map, coming back 5-3 to keep their invite hopes alive and in a great position. So like we said, very high stakes here. And really exciting that the qualifiers really come down to this last match here.
Yeah, definitely. For both of these teams, Giblert, who do you think are the players to look out for? Obviously, for Pearson Specter, there's the fan favorite probably, Anthony, but who else?
Yeah, absolutely, Anthony. I think Sandblast needs no introduction there. Also, Alexandros, he's had a few good plays here and there, but I think for the most part, you're right. Just the huge players, the big playmakers from what we've seen in the qualifier matches so far. Sandblast and Anthony always going for some crazy beggars bazooka attack. Really proving the viability of it and how it can add so many weird wrinkles to the game that just people don't expect, aren't used to dealing with. Because a lot of times people see gimmick weapons and be like, okay, it doesn't really matter. But when we see someone that's so good at using an off-meta weapon like that, it's just something you can't prepare for unless you're playing against this guy in particular. And on the side of Catgirl Cafe, I mean, the thing is, from top to bottom, we have people that have at least one experience with invite. So, you got Virgil is made, to recap what we said earlier, made 4th place in invite before. Mopsy's played about 3 or 4 seasons by now. Gwen also played 2, 3, 4 seasons, lowish invite. Rooted got 5th place last season. It was a bit of a weaker season, but still 5th place in your first season of invite is very impressive regardless. Might have been his second season, actually, now that I think about it. But Grape Juice also got 3rd place last season. So, yeah, just experience across the board really showed that veteranship in that last match there with a big comeback.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, that was a huge comeback we saw. What were they, down 2? And then...
Down 3-1, yep.
Yeah, down 3-1, and then they just come back. Catgirl Cafe wins 4 rounds in a row. I think it's been quite a while since I've seen almost a complete reverse sweep like that. So it was really exciting to see that, and I think it really shows that Catgirl Cafe, some people kind of thought they were the underdogs, but I think they're really proving people wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing I want to give them credit for in that last map, they very good use of attack pause. They went down 3-1, back paused, and then you saw the results afterwards. So clearly paying off, clearly making good advantage of these the pause or the resources given to them. I'll let you take it away with the first mid.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to give this to Det for the first mid, for Demo Man, for Pearson Specter. Both teams rolling out. No crazy bombs yet so far. Anthony just spamming with the beggars from the bell tower. Both teams seem to be meeting on the right. Soldier bombing. Nabla is going to be initiating here as Pearson Specter fights it out over the blue Tetris. High bomb is Grape Juice straight into the enemy team's choke, going behind for great distraction. On the other side, Anthony bombing in, killing averted. But it's Pearson Specter who's falling. Nabla doing a great job holding the Tetris. Sandblast caught in choke. Styles falling, and that's almost a complete wipe.
Wow, yeah, just great first mid. Really setting the tone for Catgirl Cafe there. Moving on to second. Styles going down, full ad. They're able to get this first round. This could be big. Could be big.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, the full ad is definitely what they want. People, again, calling them the underdogs, but look at them, full ad on the first round. And Sandblast spawning on Sniper, no sentry gun yet. Have to keep an eye out for Sandblast. Well-known sniper in the Invite division, playing in the qualifiers right now.
Yeah, and we'll see where they decide to take this. They got plenty of ad, plenty of time, don't have to rush anything. Looks like they will go top right. Taking their time, getting everyone buffed up. Still have plenty of time. And Group is very healthy for this. As they go top right, so everyone very healthy for this push. This could be very good for Catgirl Cafe. Don't see a sentry gun on the side of Pearson. Heavy lock and spawn and going down there, not able to get the reset. Collapse is coming from those very healthy soldiers, paying off, paying dividends for those buffs. Just all up to depth now. That's it.
Yeah, really good control by Catgirl Cafe. They knew they could get the players in spawn and really just play those choke doorways, basically. Really great play by Catgirl Cafe. Pearson Specter is going to need to step it up.
Yeah, I really like seeing that the patience and they had plenty of ad. Taking down to full buff their soldiers so that they're both super healthy. Able to get that collapse, get all that damage. Definitely paid off.
Oh,
So
fast
going
roll
another
out.
bit, fast bomb, Anthony. Doing some shenanigans. Yep, there goes. Averta gets nuked instantly. Trades out, but good start to the mid all in all.
Yeah, Grape Juice bombing onto the enemy teams above Cafe, doing a lot of damage onto the combo snap. Sandblast almost dying, getting beamed down to 2 HP twice in a row, manages to live. Styles is stuck in Cafe, as it looks like Pearson Specter is going to need to retreat, but as I say that, Alexandros finds a frag. Nabla overextending, cleaned up by Raphael. Sandblast outside of the Cafe as Grape Juice bombs in, but who needs the combo scout when Alexandros is on your medic?
Yep, very, very close mid at the start. Nice bomb by Anthony, but wasn't enough. Or actually wasn't enough, I suppose. And a good cleanup by Alexandros there, just barely keeping Styles alive there. Very sketchy, but came out on top. So, not too bad for side of Catgirl Cafe. Kept Virgil alive. She will be holding second with Bull. As speaking of which, we have Anti coming in. Here it comes. Not able to really get anything there, but they look cool at least.
Yeah, that really scary for the medic there, because if Anthony was a couple inches closer, you know both those rockets would have hit.
Yeah, and that's really just how you have to play this. You just have to play your position. You can't rely on the serve. When you're against a bigger Suzuki, you just have to rely on being in a good position. And speaking of which, Dallas does it a nice serve there, but Grape Juice not able to get anything with that counter attack. Alexander's now in, trading with Nabla, as just a little bit of poking from Choke here. Sandblast putting a lot of pressure on Valley, walking through. If we can get anything, clearing up the traps. Might be caught in, can run out the Choke as here comes the Beggars. Once again, going for it. Riddle does surf the first one out. Nice job avoiding the sink there.
Yeah, as you said, now it looks like some sort of play is coming out by Catgirl Cafe, running their entire team through Valley, sending Grape Juice in above Cafe. They might be trying to take a fight rather than sacking, but as I say that, Grape Juice bombs in, dies. Catgirl Cafe continuing to fight as Alexandros bombs in. Look at the damage in Valley. Everyone's on red health. Sandblast is trying to follow that up, and yes, the force goes out, but on the other side, Nabla. Yeah, Nabla drops Styles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, already bad enough losing that there really early, then losing another soldier for free, then Sandblast having to salvage, and at the same time the med drops. That's turned into an absolute catastrophe for Pearson Spectrum.
Yeah, Anthony all the way on last, so we're probably not going to see any drops going on right now. Again, last time Catgirl Cafe had ad, they had a clean last push. Pearson Specter already seems to be changing their strategy, engineer up by the flank scout.
Yep, and I really like the patience once again, just taking time to buff people up. Everyone's pretty healthy now as you go in top right. Taking a bit low. They do have the sentry gun this time to deal with, only level 1. Sandblast on the heavy, just poking, getting taken down very low. Gets the mix up off, it looks like, but it's not enough. Just too many people trapped in spawn. As Catgirl Cafe very wisely plays the cap.
Giblert, it's been 5 minutes, and that's 2-0 so far by Catgirl Cafe. Very impressive by them. They're really showing they want to be an invite and deserve to be there.
Yep, 3 rounds away from punching their ticket to guaranteed invite. And, still a long way to go for Pearson Specter, or whatever the name is. As we have Anthony going for some more shenanigans, going to Cafe this time. Grape Juice, go for an early bomb into the Cafe side, just drawing a lot of eyes, going back and forth. Alexander's now in.
The Beggar Bomb is in, landing into the enemy team's cafe. That's going to be Virgil down, but doesn't matter. 4 down for Pearson Specter. Anthony is just bombing into Valley, it looks like. Might catch out Nabla. Soldier fight happening, and Anthony wins it, but with that, Catgirl Cafe is going to win the mid.
All the victory, but at least does stop them from getting mid to the last again. So, yeah, is what it is at the end of the day. We'll see how they play this even though. Look like things are going pretty well. And the stalemate so far are just very even. Kills are getting traded back and forth. Both teams keeping the game interesting, making stuff happen. And we'll see if they try to go for maybe just poke, see if there's an opportunity for grinds, see if they can get someone extending, or they're just going to play it slow, play the sat game.
Yeah, both teams playing pretty conventional right now. The Beggar spam into Valley seems pretty scary. A scout could actually possibly get caught out by that. I'm assuming Catgirl Cafe is just talking about how they want to break this hole. Expect some sort of pressure, and then maybe a sack, but they're definitely cooking something right now.
Yeah, it's good to use these little lulls in the action. Just treat it like a mini pause and just talk about what you want to do, make a plan. Looks like they are starting to execute on their plans. They have people moving towards Valley now.
Yeah, Nabla also spamming from the other side in Cafe. Soldier fight going on, but while that's happening, Grape Juice bombs straight in on the medic. One great rocket style surf, so that's going to be the play, it looks like. Catgirl Cafe backing up. Expect to see some sort of soldier bomb by Anthony, no doubt. Looks like already through Troke in the skybox, but no, hidden invisible barrier, it looks like. And that's going to be the church wall and the counter sack not having any success.
Not the end of the world, but yeah, just another missed opportunity. And oh, Deck getting a nice pick there on Nabla.
Oh, 3 down.
Raffin getting traded out though. 3 down. Get Mopsy behind. Doesn't have to force anything too hard here, but she's able to get a good kill. No, not able to. But could be bad. Could give an opportunity for Pearson. Yep, they get Grape Juice, so are able gonna. Here comes a little bit early though, and force comes out now for Virgil. Demo goes down, and this is catastrophic for Catgirl Cafe now. Anthony, not going to be able to get out, unfortunately. 1v1 and choke here. Gwen versus Sandblast. Sandblast in the lead. Oh, both go down very low. And that interrupts the 1v1, cleans it up. As Pearson moving into mid here. Still chasing, trying to catch these stragglers. And that's going to be
Yeah. Thank you, Giblert. Now, it seems Ubers are going to be even here. And it looks like Pearson Specter is going for some sort of aggressive play already, pushing through Cafe. Sandblast leading the way. They're stickies though in the window. No one's seen them so far. On the other side, Grape Juice bombs taking down Sandblast. That's going to be this push stymied, but actually, Grape Juice does get traded out.
Yeah, I want to talk about what happened over on that other second. It felt like the flank play by Mopsy was a little bit nasty. They already pushed them all the way out. If there's someone else to kind of help her get the force there, I think that could have been different, but losing Mopsy, just going for the 1v3, they didn't really need to. And then Grape Juice dying isolated as well. Kind of ruined what could have been a good opportunity.
Oh, there's a sack.
Oh, Vertigo's down there.
Oh my god.
3 down. Oh, it's huge by Det. That was a huge detonation right there. And now the tables have turned. And Alexander's going forward. Oh, a little too far forward. Getting cleaned up there. Now putting Catgirl Cafe back on their last. It's pretty much the same situation they had. But now flipped in favor of Pearson Specter.
Yeah, Det just showing the prior invite experience, just absolutely not expected from Catgirl Cafe. Going down 3 is not what they wanted, stuck on last. Mopsy on the NG and a Pyro, but it looks like Pearson Specter's pressuring the left side, probably trying to spot, see what's going on. I wonder what Sandblast is going to think when he sees the Pyro, but no, Anthony's just sacking in, doesn't care about the Highlander setup. Virgil standing in spawn means that there's no way Anthony can get on the med. Looks like on the other side, there's going to be some pressure. Catgirl Cafe already taking lobby. Nabla spotting the shutter, seeing their stickies. Oh, it looks like Sniper's gonna be the counterplay. But Gwen is in lobby alone? I'm not sure if Catgirl Cafe really wants to have a sniper alone in lobby, but there, Grape Juice is here, opening the shutter. Grape Juice dies to the stickies! Not what you wanted to see.
Fortunately, we're losing 1 there, but this does give a lot of opportunities for Catgirl Cafe, or excuse me, Pearson. Just exploit the opening. You get on the demo goes down. Another opening they can exploit. 4 and 4 now. Now a chance to be counter into lobby. Now 3 down. Now lots of open doorways for them to deal with. Fortunately, all kind of forced to go through this top right. There's space, so perhaps not a bad deal. Anti now spamming from the other side. That's what we want to see. Just pushing from all the sides. taking advantage of this, but surprisingly not able to get a whole lot out of that. Expected the Catgirl Cafe to be able to get a little bit more, or excuse me, Pearson to get a little bit more out of that.
Yeah, I think they didn't know where the gun was. It looked like Sandblast kind of ran into it and had to back up. Antony wasn't in a position to spam it. Seemed like they thought they could all do all of that from top right, but no, someone had to go left. Unlucky for them.
Yeah, not the end of the world though. At the end of the day, didn't lose anybody. Still keep their position. Still able to play some sack games. Have a couple waves left before you gotta go for a trade or give it up or do something crazy. Or just let it reset, which is also a viable option.
Yeah, definitely. Alexander's almost spamming the gun down, but oh, on the other side, sack, two-man, and Force goes off. Catgirl Cafe cleans up two players though, and forces Stylus in lobby, so it's actually going to be Pierce and Specter who is on the back foot here, but you know, pushing. Yeah, Sandblast pushing onto the medic through bats, gets that kill. Sandblast almost surviving but dying. That's going to be uber advantage for Pearson Specter on Styles. It looks like Grape Juice is behind, and I don't know if Pearson Specter knows this, but they do have players looking behind, so they probably do. Let's see if the Pearson Specter players decide to try to kill Grape Juice. Sandblast has spawned. Grape Juice is hiding under the point. Sandblast trying to suss him out, but doesn't actually see him, jumps right over his head. Grape Juice can't believe his luck here.
And that's spotted. Sandblast chasing after him. Getting pinched by Alexandros. Turning the tables, and that's very bad for Catgirl Cafe, losing someone right there like that. Now down one pick, but actually it might not turn out too bad because unless they're able to walk in left lane, it looks like they might be able to. Do have to worry about the sniper.
Yeah, the sniper's staring at that doorway.
Yeah. And really important to have the sniper there, otherwise Pearson probably would have been able to just walk in right there, go deep, and then pop as they get the Uber. And now coming to top right, popping it in, but Virgil already up to 90%. Gotta make something happen quick, get the matter, get the point. And
yep.
Red still has 6 on it as the Uber comes out.
Yeah, counter Uber, heavy coming out of spawn. No way Pearson Specter can push. Alexander's caught out. Raphaim might be overstaying his welcome in right lobby, but Catgirl Cafe not pushing. Actually, Averted trying to push Raphaim. If there was another player there, probably would have died, but Sandblast is following the aggression up, killing Averted. What an amazing DM there. And now it's Pearson Specter trying to do some sort of pressure as the time is running out.
Yeah, no demo here. I mean, worth going for something, possibly. Just gotta be careful not to get wiped here. Otherwise... Okay, and there's no point time, so I don't have to worry about the overtime. Yeah. One of the kind of bad drops, though, is that if you get point time but then wipe, it's gonna be a little bit risky, because then the other team, it goes in overtime, then gives the other team time to get on the other second and recap, but no cap time to worry about there, so okay, just full commit. Nothing else to do, might as well roll the dice. As long as you're cautious of that one little caveat.
Yeah.
As we're on to the next mid. Last mid went pretty well for Catgirl Cafe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to have to watch Averted from this one. Rolling out in Valley, bunkering up. It looks like both teams going their respective left sides, so a mirror mid. Haven't seen one of these yet. Both teams still spamming. Sandblast taking the bell tower. Averted has rotated around to the other side to meet Pearson Specter. And looks like Antony and Alexander's trying to initiate by bombing in. Antony getting 2, but it's Pearson Specter who are actually crumbling. And sorry, Antony only got 1. The medic.
Good one to get though, all things considered. It just seemed like someone was distracted by something else or something, because that's just an easy 2 rocket on the med. It doesn't usually happen. But nonetheless, only losing the med there, not too bad. Traded out meds, still puts Catgirl Cafe in a good spot, as long as he can move the sack game here.
Yeah, I was watching that from Averted's perspective. It looked a little scary for the side of Pearson Specter with those bombs coming in, but Gwen and Mopsy must really be holding it down, dealing with those players. Grape Juice and Nabla as well had a great counter collapse and really took down Pearson Specter.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta watch out for what kind of sack Catgirl Cafe wants to do here. We've seen a lot of the kind of plans and strategies Pearson Specter had. Now it's Catgirl Cafe's turn to show us what they got in the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Even Uber's sentry guns up. Prepare for possibly a stalemate, but Catgirl Cafe has shown that they can break these, and they're already, look at that, gun down for free, single soldier spam, that's what Catgirl Cafe wants. Nabla bombing in on the catwalk as pressure happens through the left-sided doorway as well. Nabla falls, but the gun is still going to have to be repaired, and actually, Pearson Specter is electing to not have an engineer.
Yeah, kind of surprising, I mean, especially in a match of the stakes. Actually, it does look like we're now going to engineer, finding better of it. Sandblast, not sure
there's
who's
a
checking
scout
out
in.
Colossus.
Mopsy
Scout
just...
in. Dinner's
Yep.
going down very low. Mopsy getting juggled up. Going down eventually, but 2 down on the side of Pearson Specter. Lots of room to exploit things. Nabla, unfortunately, on spy. Not even going to do a whole lot right now, but we'll give Nabla some time to get in position.
Yeah, when Mopsy sacked there, they looked pretty confused. I was surprised they just got in for free with no one noticing, and then eventually traded out, it looked like. Looks like both teams still spamming Nabla, trying to find a time to decloak.
Yeah, Nabla was able to get the med drop on last map against Rome, so we'll see if Nabla is able to do it again. Sandblast was on spy for a little bit. Looked like he's checking glasses in spawn, so I think Pearson might be aware of it.
Oh, they know. Sandblast bumped. That's spy down. Catgirl Cafe backing out of lobby. It looks like Sandblast wants to do some sort of counter-aggression, sending Anthony through dungeon. Beggars on the people watching the stairs, doing a bunch of damage, but it looks like they know that's going to be an easy kill for Gwen. Counter-sack, unfortunately, did not work out. Mopsy, though, on the sniper class. Since Sandblast also trading out.
Looking good so far. Able to find these picks, just not able to get quite enough though.
Yeah, looks like Mopsy has been spotted. Averted's dead, though. That's the demo down for Catgirl Cafe. Pearson Specter might have an opportunity to do something, but it looks like we are in a pause.
Yeah. I mean, with the way this is lined up, looks like it might be a round reset. Might just be a quick time to talk about what to do on next mids, change these mids around. That's my theory, but we'll see what happens. As still, Catgirl Cafe commanding to a lead right now, holding them in last, but just neither team able to really break this last hold. I mean, both teams holding pretty well. Actually, on pause already. Must have been a quick pause. Yeah, Reddit's still dead right here.
Anthony's in.
Bomb comes in, Anthony going for it. Gets a rocket on Virgil, does get the force.
Wow.
It's kind of, the vision kind of blocked by the inside of the point area by Virgil, just kind of had to force there, but great countersack by Anthony.
Yeah, you know, pushing out of last, though, even with ad, can always be scary. It would be a real shame if something unfortunate happened here. Looks like Sandblast has already cleared lobby, is now going lower, gets the sniper who's there alone, unscoped for some reason. Anyways, Sandblast continuing pushing, walking through this lower left area. Grape Juice bombing it, trying to get the force off, missing one rocket. Oh my gosh, Styles. Nerves of steel holding that Uber down on like 10 health.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice clean push out by Pearson there, just making, and especially getting that early pick on Mopsy definitely made things much easier. Just one less person you have to worry about the back gap. And still a little bit bad. I mean, if they end up popping this into their Uber though, as Virgil already at 90%, could go badly. See what they're doing. They are able to take the space off it though, just able to get in. Virgil not pressured back pretty far.
Yeah, Grape Juice bombing through Cafe, not able to get anything besides on the bell tower. Anthony bombed up, trying to trade it out, but actually gets cleaned up. Grape Juice is doing a great job distracting behind as Catgirl Cafe pushes forward into the choke to lock it down. Grape Juice finally dies, but, you know, 2 down Pearson Specter means Catgirl Cafe can keep the aggression up. Mopsy is already down, though. This is where the pause happened, and it looks like Nabla might have gotten a little overzealous there. Ends up dying. Catgirl Cafe down 3. Needs to back up before Pearson Specter punishes them.
Yeah, it looked like kind of the same thing as on the previous second. Almost had second, just went a little bit too far alone before the rest of the team was ready. And as we say that, Ross Pearson Specter walking through, and Uber comes out, Frey comes out, but it's very early, so he's going to get a much better Uber out of this. Oh, but actually drops one, having to flush a lot of people in this choke, so actually it's not going to be much better. It's going to be about even, not going to take any space with that. The whole team just kind of getting stuffed in choke, just flashing everybody, and then, yeah, just not the result they wanted out of that.
Yeah, Net caught out too. That's Demo Man down. Catgirl Cafe can take it into last. No stickies to worry about. Looks like Nabla peeking the top right area. Wants to try to get a feeling for what's going on. Grape Juice is going to be the person sent in to bust this hold down. Almost kills Silas down as Gwen following it up. Not able to find anything though. Means that was simply a 2-man sack by Catgirl Cafe. Anthony counter-sacking. Already in, but cannot reload these rocks. Oh my god!
Managed to get it. Sandblast in as well. Not quite getting the demo, but getting the med. All important med pick. Styles going down very low here. Getting chipped by the scout. Oh, getting through the shutter, just barely living. Huge jukes, nice 80-80 movement. Mopsy behind. Trying to creating threat, but gets cleaned up by Alex.
Yeah, this is absolutely chaos right now. looks like Styles, in the midst of that, managed to retain the Uber advantage despite going down, as you said, to like 10 HP.
Yeah, just nice 80 spam and staying alive, 50 ad. Now able to try this push in the mid. This time with much better ad. Going Valley once again. Let's see what they decide to do with this. Sandblast clearing the choke. And just popping it on deck. Lots of people in choke, possibly caught, some decent damage. 2 people leaving to Valley. They do get one. They get Mops and Grape Juice. And it looks like it's just going to be a pretty clean leapfrog here. Did lose Anthony and all of that, but it looks like they will deny 2. Will make it a little bit harder for Catgirl to get back in. But very big ad for them here, as we have
Anthony.
Alexander's flying in. Anthony respawning.
Yeah, I misread the name. They both start with an A, so give me that. It looks like Alexander is continuing the aggression through Valley. Finds like 5 people there. Does like a 500 damage rocket, but you know, no one's gonna die from that. Looks like...
It just seemed like a really early bomb by Alexander since just setting up on mid there, but regardless, gonna make it much easier for Catgirl Cafe to get back in. Now, just one less soldier spam to worry about. Yeah, and look how easy it is for Catgirl Cafe to just walk that in after that that early death. But still, may be able to get this Uber on second. Styles back a little bit further at 90, about to get it. Looks like they'll maybe take the straight here, and it looks like they do have it. So able to walk forward now, and it looks like they'll probably even out on this too.
As you say that, almost forcing Styles out was the Nabla bomb. Looks like Catgirl Cafe retreating through Cafe, and Sandblast wants to try to do some sort of play, no doubt, pressuring in through choke, maybe gonna take an exchange, but actually Sandblast dies immediately. Raphael and Anthony pushing through the Valley area, almost killing Grape Juice. The flank has been overrun, and it looks like on the other side, Mopsy tried to do a play, but Alexanders has the Cafe on lockdown.
Yeah, great defense by Alexanders, getting that pick there, winning the fight, just stopping everyone else from getting through, because if Alexanders had got picked there, that could have been really bad, with Catgirl Cafe wrapping to that Cafe and catching them in an awkward position. And now, back to the stalemate.
As you said, stalemate indeed, which is why Sandblast has had enough. Spawning on Sniper, going to show all of these young players who have never been on Froyo how it's done.
Yep. I think this is, we haven't seen a whole lot of Sandblast Sniper yet, but I mean, this is definitely a really powerful sequel. Open as Grape Juice in. Styles hit a nice serve. Grape Juice chasing around. Styles able to live though. 2 down, double sack, and Demo might get caught here. Yeah, he does. And that's Anthony chasing. Runs into a wall, unfortunately. And now Alexander's on the chase. Catching him with an air shot.
And chasing further, the spawns might come out, but it's Anthony who's chasing, landing in the air, spots Virgil, Uber out. Let's see if both these soldiers live. Both of them look like they are going to live here. That's going to be full ad for...
Oh, huge chase down by Alexander, so just getting that air shot as well. Yeah, as you said, Pearson walking in with his big ad, picking their favor. Anthony walking it in. Just no one in position for Catgirl Cafe. Just gotta watch over this one bomb. And the second bomb. Grape Juice bombing the point, getting floated in the air. And now this is a big scoring opportunity for Pearson Spectrum.
Yeah, back on second, when Silas almost got forced, have to give her a lot of credit for holding that Uber down. There was a demo spamming from Cafe and she held it. Uber now out by Pearson Specter, running in through the top right area. Raphael trying to play the point immediately. Who's here to block it? It's Nabla blocking that point. Gwen gonna fall to a pipe from Det, and now Spoon's out. Nabla trying to market garden, but that's going to be 3 down now for Catgirl Cafe, as the players of Pearson Specter played that very slow and conservatively, taking the ground, and not a single player died.
Yeah, that was just textbook stuff. The demo looked at the right. They had someone else watching the left. They even got the pick on Mopsy in spawn, not able to reset in time. All that's big stuff, and then just good point play, just baiting the gap and dealing that one soldier behind. Just very textbook last push, very well done. If all their last pushes look like that, then I really don't think Catgirl Cafe can afford to give them any more of those opportunities.
Yeah. Looks like both teams still doing their respective plays this bid. Nothing crazy so far. Alexander's taking over the Tetris. Looks like Nabla and Catgirl Cafe's soldiers are both bombing to aggress. Lots of players going down behind the Tetris. Nabla, it's a nuke for the Catgirl Cafe soldiers. Anthony did find Virgil, but again, it seems to be the story of these mids are Anthony bombs in, gets the medic, but Pearson Specter just crumbles under the weight of Nabla and Grape Juice.
Yeah, that's an absolutely huge bomb by Nabla as well. Just able to get like 2 or 3 people behind the Tetris, just clumped up and able to get the med there as well. Now, Unfortunately, lost their own map, but still in a good spot if they can break the stalemate this time. Which they have had trouble with in the past, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Sandblast on the engineer class. Let's see how this push goes. Oh wait, actually it's even. What am I saying? Gonna have to be another break in the stalemate. I believe Catgirl Cafe failed last time and ended up losing the round. Catgirl Cafe hopefully figures out how to break these stalemates again so they can start taking rounds.
Yeah, I just want to see a little bit more. It's definitely very hard to peek when you have the class just sentry gun sniper setup. We'll see. They might have to get a little bit creative here because what they've done so far just hasn't worked yet for the most part. And even the times where it has worked, they got forced on the back end and weren't able to take advantage of their advantage.
Giblert, I have to ask you something. What do you think about this sentry gun placement?
This is definitely unusual for an even situation. Usually I see people either put it under the catwalk or on the traffic cone or on the left here. This is very, very unusual.
And it looks like it's almost dead already. They figured out where it is. Sandblast realizing his mistake, moving the gun to another interesting spot. Grape Juice does fall to the Antony sack though, or not a sack. Oh, yeah. Grape Juice sacked and died. That's what happened. The reason why we're talking about the gun.
What is Sandblast doing with the gun? This is interesting. Maybe some mind games.
Yeah, to those who might not know, the gun placement's actually really important. It has to be able to deny soldiers, so it's very unusual to see this type of placement. Trade still going out as Mopsy tried to counter sack.
This placement's a little bit more unusual, but it denies a lot more. So this one makes a lot more sense. Maybe Sandblast is just moving around trying to confuse them, trying to vary the whole, get in their head a little bit. Not sure. You know, I mean, top 2 invite scout, you know, been in the game for a long time. I trust his judgment. I'm just not educated enough to know what the plan was, I guess.
Yeah. Sniper up for Rapheim. Looks like Mopsy might be checking off classes or is actually staying on Spy. Yeah, Mopsy all the way in on last, definitely not checking off classes. Expect possibly to zap the gun or decloak, have someone else sack in maybe. Looks like Mopsy
looks like
decloak.
sap play, it looks like.
Yeah.
So
Sapper.
Here. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. But where's the soldier bomb? There it is, through top right, getting in, but Grape Juice unfortunately unable to find anything, but the gun is down. Being down one though means Catgirl Cafe can't really do anything, especially with the Spy.
90 seconds until round reset. 2 minutes left on the timer, so even if they win the round here, the game's not over. Oh, Virgil getting sacked on. Antony not able to get it though. That's really awkward because Mopsy decloaked really early, but fortunately no one saw her. He was able to get the good zap off, but the soldier arm just wasn't quite synchronized well enough, it looked like. But I like the intention behind it. Definitely a little bit of an underrated play in my opinion to go with the old sap and sack.
Yeah, as you said, it definitely, I agree that it's kind of underrated. We saw it in like past ESEA seasons a lot, kind of fell out of favor to just running a scout in to distract. Either way, the gun is in the same spot. Sandblast is cooking a feast. Grape Juice though, in! The gun didn't deny! Oh no, that's uber force for Pearson Specter.
Yeah, there's all the lines of defense. Really surprising just, you know, sometimes you gotta go back to base, just the plain old double sack and soldier in, but it didn't even really look like they needed Mopsy that much. It's really just great bomb by Grape Juice, just bombed in, got the rocket on, or maybe Mopsy distracted the gun, I didn't quite see, but regardless, either way, end result's the same. Big ad and a chance to take a dominating 3-1 lead for Catgirl Cafe here. Getting everyone really healthy again. I'd love to see this. Love the patience again. Looks like they will go for probably just standard top right Uber as they have before, and the Uber's popped out now. Chasing across to the left is the demo man. But the spawns already locked out. Did you manage to get Antony at the pick there? And everyone kind of crowd on the right. Alexander's coming back in. Gotta be careful not to step off the point, otherwise the round's gonna reset.
Yeah, Sandblast
focus on Sandblast and
oh, C9.
They did not touch
C9.
The point. Yep, that was C9 moment right there.
That was a 5v3 heavy on like 50 HP and scout, and no one steps on the point. Really unfortunate. Maybe that's what Sandblast was cooking. He was cooking that up to ruin their mental game. But anyways, looks like 1-2 right now. This is the progressive config, so the game's not going to end when the timer goes down. Antony starting this one off with an aggressive bid, but has to back up as Grape Juice seems to counter him. Both teams playing it slow right now, nothing crazy yet. As I say that, double high bomb, Antony nuking in with Alexandros, trying to get Virgil. Virgil surfing and dodging and weaving, not falling down. And that's going to be 3 down for Pierce and Specter. looks like Catgirl Cafe really held that down. It's Sandblast and Rapheim trying to make some magic happen. Sandblast behind Tetris, pushing in with Rapheim at the same time, but actually Sandblast leaves his flank scout out to dry. Just leaves to last.
Yep. At least he's going to be able to get the sentry gun early here, which is probably pretty important. But yeah, I mean, nice movement by there, Virgil, and go clean up by the scouts. Just first serve looked a little bit scuffed, but was able to just dodge all the rest of the rockets and just stay alive, even through that double soldier bomb, and a bit of extra chip from the scouts. So huge moves by Virgil there, staying alive on that mid. And now with how well the last pushes have been going for Catgirl Cafe, I mean, if they could pull it off again, they had him in the bag last time, just didn't touch the point in time as he come to the top right here.
Yeah,
Demo's in,
Alexandros
got the
already
right.
down. Looks like Gwen is trying to play the point. That's 3 down for Pearson Specter, and looks like that was map 1 going the way of Catgirl Cafe.
Yeah, great last push as usual. Just super high win percentage on those last pushes, just converting them over and over again. Just the real problem is just they weren't able to get the sacks in the last as effectively as they wanted to, I think. But aside from that, the mid's very dominant on the side of Catgirl Cafe, and the last push is almost always successful aside from a little bit of C9 action where they had the 5v3 and just stepped off it a little bit too much. Yeah, Pearson Specter, as you said, need to win by. Let's see. I don't believe they can make it in at this point because Catgirl Cafe is 6-2. Pearson would be 5-3 at best. So I think this is that's Catgirl Cafe punching the ticket for sure.
Yeah, definitely impressive. You have to remember, at the start of these qualifiers, people were kind of counting Catgirl Cafe out. Everyone was like, yeah, you know, Pearson Specter, or I think it was called Believably Brilliant in the past. Either way, people were saying the Sandblast team was like a free lock, and it was going to be everyone else fighting over for the second place in qualifiers. But look at where we are. Rome sweeping the map, and Catgirl Cafe coming in at second.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really shocked. I just thought the power of Sandblast, even with a few players who have a little bit less experience, I just thought the leadership and insane DM of Sandblast would be enough. Because it's not like the rest of the players are bad by any means. The rest of the players are pretty strong in their own right. I thought Believably Brilliant, aka Pearson Spectrum, whatever they're called again. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I thought they'd be a lock-in, but apparently that is not the case. Now, officially eliminated, it's Rome and Catgirl Cafe, 2 teams that I very much expected them to get second or third possibly, but did not expect them to, Catgirl Cafe to lock it in over Pearson Specter. So this next match we go into technically a little bit of garbage time. Not entirely though. As we've seen in the past, some invite teams do die. Sometimes there's a team that dies or drops out due to whatever circumstance. And in those situations, the team that the next runner-up is able to take that spot. So I think, in hindsight, I don't think that matters either because I think they're third place regardless. But we do get a nice preview for the regular season for when these teams rematch. Actually, no, they won't rematch because they're not in the same division. So actually, this is just an exhibition match, but I hope it's a really good one.
Yeah, hopefully they do play it down. You know, the mental game has to be a little unfortunate right now, and you can't really blame them from that. I'm sure Catgirl Cafe is excited right now. They are going to be able to play Invite with their roster. I know a lot of teams in qualifiers kind of die or get unhappy if they don't win quals, so really happy to see them win it out.
Yeah, and what do you think about? I'm seeing a lot of messages in chat that Sandblast potentially being traded to Guangzhou Tigers or whatever. What do you think about these rumors?
I have absolutely no comment.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying I know a lot of Chinese people on my team, so Sandblast, if you need a language tutor, hit me up. You know, if that so happens to be the case. But anyway, I don't see the people on the server. I'm curious if they're decided to just now that they've eliminated Pearson, just skip this last map. I know it is pretty late for a lot of people, so would be quite understandable. But we'll wait a minute and see what happens. Well, we wait a couple minutes for word on that. Let's take a look at the logs. How about that? So I'm not sure. Also, I'm not quite sure if Virgil is the starting med for this team. I know that June was playing previously for Catgirl Cafe. June had some computer issues yesterday. Maybe didn't have it quite sorted out today, even though June did play yesterday. And it does look like we have the GG in chat.